taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Yellow Jackets will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Makes a connection. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but...
Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Have gone backwards. Can they salvage the drive by converting on 3rd and goal? And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You could tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off play action on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man on the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. They'll try the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are
turning it on! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking to pass. It's Bryant. Big fella moving. Give him 6. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Looking for the tie with the extra point. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Offense heads back out onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Quarterback adapting. Trying to get rid of it.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. Crosses the 40. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking to throw again. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Off the play fake. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Has to uncork this one off his back foot. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll give it to the back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Finds his big tight end. A They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Off the play fake on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. On 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Motion from the back. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Firing to the right, complete. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it up the 16-yard line.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Back to pass, it's Bryant. They're setting up the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
With the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think on.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Here's the pressure. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had the last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times it looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Back to pass on second down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
The Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Throws to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got his man on the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, Duke! Ball that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
And what a great play call there on fourth down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that fourth down play for a touchdown.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Bryant. Throwing right. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
That's caught. It's Powell. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. Got his man. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the well. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Snags it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Yellow Jackets are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. Breaks into the open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Gets him to the back, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing it away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Takes the handoff. It's Powell. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Blue Devils will kick it off to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
With the catch, it's Powell. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense working from the pistol. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wide open downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
we know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Unleashes one. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in San Antonio.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down.
I love how the wide receiver just wasn't lazy on this play because he could have cut that route short, but he knew he had to extend the route to make sure he got that 1st down and help keep this drive alive.
He's going for it all. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Blue Devils want to crank the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
He's got it. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
It's on target and complete. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. They'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And they take it in for 6 more points. Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Runs through the tackle. to work on this drive. Shakes off the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. Finds a man by himself. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts the drive trying to go up top. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Looking for a productive play on first down. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Quick strike complete. And they're able to get him on the ground.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got his man. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He'll take a deep shot here. Touchdown, Duke! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Trying to turn the corner on the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Rush is on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it.
Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. All wideouts, no backs. Wants to fire on second down. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down partner.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run.
Getting excited just to lose it again. The offense gets the first down. You got enough yards. What do you have to do? You got to take care of the football. You can't cough it up. The defense forces the fumble, recovers it, takes all the wind and all the momentum back to their side.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Pressure coming. Makes the grab on the left. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. They just keep firing. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Snags it inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Bringing the heat.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. Makes the catch. It's Powell. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him, whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Here comes the heat. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Trying play action. Fears the pressure. Breaks into the open. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got a chance. Got enough for the first down. There he goes down the right side. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Yellow Jackets come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the ground, he's got it again.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys